This is Theodorus Rex, and we're going to do a track by track today on two of my favorite Phil Anselmo albums, Superjoint, Caught Up in the Gears, and this beast here, The Illegals, Choosing Mental Illness as a Virtue. An amazing album. I think this one's going to probably take it. Anyway, stay tuned. When Choosing Mental Illness came out, I went to New Orleans to go see the show and got the autograph of the band here. As you can see, I've got it framed. Great show, incredible show. I've got a little YouTube video on it, which I'll put in the link box, in the description box. And I really love this album. I think it's just a work of art. It's a monument to metal. And the more you play it, the more you get to know it intimately, just the better it is. Anyway, let's do this little track by track, shall we? Track one, Today and Tomorrow versus Little Fucking Heroes. Now, Little Fucking Heroes is one of my favorite Phil Anselmo songs of all time. So very few songs could even come up against it. And in this case, Superjoint is just going to have to take second fiddle. This one clearly goes to Choosing Mental Illness. Track two, Burning the Blanket versus Utopian. Now, I love Burning the Blanket. It's one of the highlights in the album for me. You know, you've got that SJWs, you know, they're our legion, like they're the enemy and the cancer of society. Great tune about that subject matter. And Utopian has this awesome intro and just gets just so brutal so fast, and so many moving parts to this song. It's constructed in a very intelligent way. The arrangement is you know, you wonder when the next hook is going to come back around because there's just so many riffs. It's riffs on top of riffs, and the entire album really is like that. But I really love the Superjoint song, but for my money, it goes to The Illegals. Track three, Ruin You versus Choosing Mental Illness as a Virtue, the title track. Now, Choosing Mental Illness is probably the most normal song on the album, if you could call it that normal. But, and Ruin You for Superjoint is kind of a little bit of a sleeper song, sneaks up on you, but this one clearly goes to Mental Illness as well. 3-0, just total domination so far. Track four, Caught Up in the Gears versus The Ignorant Point. Now, The Ignorant Point has very few hooks to hang on to. When I spoke about a lot of riffs or riffs on top of riffs, this song, I just don't know what to say. The tempo changes, the riffs are just, the first time you listen to it, you may not even hear the same riff twice. You know, it demands repeat listens before you can really capture what's going on at the heart of the song. I like that though. And but Caught Up in the Gears for me is such an amazing tune. It's just amazing. I love the lyrics, and I love the middle part where it slows down and it gets you know, into that heavy metal riff. So this one actually goes to Superjoint. Track five, Sociopathic Her Delusion versus Individual. Now, this one is a little bit hard to choose. I like both of these songs almost equally. I think Individual, when I first got this album, I was kind of into Individual first. It was kind of like the first track that really stood out. It's very long. It's over 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes maybe. And it's about a lone wolf mentality. And I like that as well. You know, lyrically, this album is all over the place. I mean, the vocabulary from Phil Anselmo on this beast. It's just, again, this album is just, to me, it's Phil Anselmo's swan song. But this one goes to Superjoint as well. Track six, Circling the Drain versus Delinquent. Now, in my mind, this one's really no contest. Circling the Drain is of interest, but Delinquent is an amazing song. Just so brutal and again, you're just going to be overwhelmed with the riffage, you know. And I even think there's a little, just what these guys are bringing to the table is just on a whole nother level. And I know Phil wrote these songs. I think he wrote the riffs on these songs. But you got a great job by Mike DeLeon and Steven Taylor just coming in and just hammering away at these tunes, you know. This one goes to Choosing Mental Illness. Track 7, Clickbait versus Photographic Taunts. Now there's a video for Photographic Taunts on YouTube by Mike Holderbeast, and it's a good video. You know, it's actually a different version, and it's actually cut live, so it's different from what you get on the album. And it's a terrific song. Again, lyrically, this is like a concept song, kind of like some of the other songs later on in the album, and it's a very strong song, so I can't go against it. This one goes to Choosing Mental Illness. Track 8, Asshole versus Finger Me. Some colorful titles here. You know, Asshole for me is kind of a forgetful number, kind of a sleeper, kind of maybe filler, if I dare say it. Whereas Finger Me is amazing. It's one of the highlights on the album. Maybe it was my favorite song from the album for a while. I think Revolver did a video for that as well. You can find on YouTube. It's got like 100,000 hits, but it's just so visceral, just mean, and you know, I will do my job and you will do yours. And then again, the lyrics, you know, you got a stunning vocabulary. Ancillary limbic. Where does he come up with this stuff, you know? But anyway, this one goes to Finger Me, clearly. Track 9, Mudspike 2 versus Invalid Concubine Frauds. Invalid. This one, you know, I could really go either way on this one. It's really a toss-up, but considering the album Choosing Mental Illness is so strong, I'm giving it to that one. Track 10, Rigging the Fight versus Mixed Lunatic Results. This one actually goes to Superjoint. I think Mixed Lunatic Results is a kind of an off number, and it's a little bit disorienting. And Rigging the Fight is just a straight up hard cut, straight up Superjoint, in your face thrash, and I love it. Track 11, there is no track 11 on Choosing, so this one by default goes to Superjoint. So, just as I suspected, we have a winner, and 4-7. But go out and do yourself a favor, get this album and devour it. Give it a few listens though. Give it 10 or 20 listens before you make a true decision, and I think you'll find yourself falling in love with it. Anyway, what do you think? Leave your comments below. I'm always interested to hear what you guys think. And that's it for today. Over and out.